morning, good afternoon, good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining. Thanks for being here for another Fireside chat. Today I'm making an episode on why I'm leaving the ACOA program. The ACOA program, in case you don't know, is a 12-step program. It's called the Adult Children of Alcoholic and Dysfunctional Families program. And I want to share something personal because this program has been a big part of the beginning of my journey. And now it's time to move on. So first off, let me say that ACA is an incredible program. For many people, including myself, at one point, it can be a lifesaver. It is essentially an emotional emergency room, a place to go when you're in crisis, when the pain is raw and real, when you simply don't know where else to turn. It provides tools, community, and mirroring, a validation, at a time when those things may be feeling desperately out of reach. But here's the thing about emergency rooms. They're not meant to be permanent. People don't live in the ER. The ER is there to stabilize you, to give you immediate care so you can move forward. And just like the ER, the emotional emergency room of ACOA is not meant to be a lifelong home. For me, I've realized that it's time to step out of the emergency room. As I've spent more time in the program, I've noticed something important. It's starting to stall my progress rather than support it. The meetings, which once felt like a lifeline, now feel like they're holding me back. Instead of lifting me up, I'm often dragged down. I've come to see that the community I found in ACA doesn't fully align with how I view the world and where I want to go on my healing journey. I don't believe this one program holds all the answers. In fact, I know this one program does not hold all the answers. Reparenting, the real transformative reparenting, is so much larger than any single program. And that's why I've decided to make the step away and to begin crafting what that bigger vision of reparenting could be. Now, I want to be clear, I don't have any grievances or complaints against ACOA. I still believe it's an incredibly useful program for people in certain stages of their recovery. That's also why I continue to reference it in this podcast, because it has value and it has helped me tremendously. In fact, I don't think anyone should go to therapy without reading the first few pages of the ACA Big Red Book. Because so many people go to therapy for years and spend thousands of dollars and never find the real answers. And that book will tell you so much that a therapist will probably never bring to your mind because it's not something that they're taught in school, which seems outrageous. But my path now is calling me to something broader, something deeper. I cannot stay in a space that really doesn't reflect my reality and the future that I'm working towards. I can't deny that reparenting is bigger than ACOA, and I can't deny that it still has some value, especially when someone hasn't been finding community in other places. But the point of life is to live in the world, not to live in the ACOA program. Leaving isn't about rejecting this program. It's about honoring my own growth. I'm ready to step into the next stage of my healing, to take responsibility for progress in ways that extend beyond the framework of ACOA, to acknowledge that while ACOA gave me many tools and insights when I needed them most, not to mention community, it simply is not the final destination. And maybe that's the message I want to leave you with today. Healing is a journey, and no single program or framework will ever hold all the answers. There is no one-size-fits-all solution. If you're in ACOA and it's helping you, stay as long as it feels right. Use it as a tool it's meant to be. But do not be afraid to recognize when it's time to move forward, when it's time to leave the emotional emergency room, and to take the next step forward in the life you want to create. I'm so deeply grateful for what the ACA has given me. It's a program that I will always respect and recommend to those in serious crisis. But at this point, I'm ready to move on, and I'm okay with that. Reparenting is about listening to your inner voice, honoring your truth, and stepping boldly into the future, even when it means leaving behind what's familiar. Thank you for listening today, and as always, take care of yourself and be well.